loving one who loves you, then taking that vow into this timely tip and make that California trip. Hammer, my arms wrapped around you tight.
Okay, could you tell me a little bit about your background? Where are you from?
Well, I was born in New York, born and raised. We left when I was about 6, moved to the DC area, and I came back right after high school, well, right after a year or so of college.
Turned professional, like performing?
In my early 20s, we had a rock band, an original rock band in New York City, and we traveled around. And, we had a couple of gigs we had a gig in Singapore and a gig in Taiwan, and sort of, Southeast Asia. And,
were you the lead singer?
I was the lead singer and guitarist. And that broke up a few years later. This was in the 80s, mind you. And then I had always loved jazz, or at least maybe since I was 12 or 13, I started listening to jazz radio, WPFW in Washington, and just was hooked on Ella and Oscar, and Pablo artists were really what got me interested, Joe Pass and those guys. My style is to take a lot of chances, so you won't see the same show twice. You won't hear the same version of the same song twice. It's sort of, I like to take chances, and sometimes, there's giant flubs and mistakes and whatnot, but it works out. It's how I grow, and it's also really what makes it thrilling for me. It's what jazz is all about. So we're a little more in the jazz, I would say, category than maybe cabaret, even though it's the exact same material. It's a wonderful, wonderful band, great trio. I call it the Big Bang Trio because there's a lot going on. We will go into sort of, rock and roll and even country. Sort of, I like doing Johnny Cash and Hank Williams and that sort of basically classic country, classic rock, Elvis, and So this is really focusing on the American songbook. But if I was just to have my way, if I was, say, playing solo, I would play, American songbook would include, Simon and Garfunkel, Lieber, Stoller, all